What's up, YouTube? Handlebar Mike here with another pipe video. It is Cobb Tuesday. I know this morning's video I did actually, this is my second video today. What? Yep. Whipping out two videos today, hopefully. This camera keeps going here. But I know I hijacked Cobb Tuesday and made a clay Tuesday this morning. But I just wanted to smoke that little hand clay pipe. But here we go. An official Cobb Tuesday is a Missouri Meerschaum Devil Ants Eggcorn Cobb. I absolutely love this thing. It's one of my favorite. I only own 3 Cobbs. I don't own many Cobbs. I own this one, my Dagner Poker, which I absolutely adore and love, and I think a Legend, which is old and burnt the hell out of. I was thinking about getting one of those grab bags of the seconds and playing around with some different shapes and maybe breaking some of them apart and try and do some Cobb mods or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I might. We'll see. But in this beautiful little Cobb, I have some Mississippi River. I didn't like Mississippi River the first bowl I had of it. I don't know if I didn't wait long enough for it to dry. It's very, very moist out of the can, I found. Mine was. And I didn't enjoy it at first. I don't know if the cooler weather's helping as well, but I enjoy it now. Maybe about half a dozen bowls of it. And it's good. All right, today's video, or this video, I guess, because there's already been one earlier today. And hopefully you guys watched it. It was just funny. It was a VR to Max at Defiant Pipes about fishing. So it was completely off topic, not serious whatsoever. But today's video, I wanted to do part two of advice for new pipe smokers. This is things that I wish I would have known when I first started pipe smoking, things that I might have done when I first started pipe smoking that were stupid, and things that maybe you can learn from. Remember though, rule number 1 when it comes to pipe smoking is if you are enjoying what you're doing and relaxed and having a good time, you're doing it right. So take my advice with a grain of salt. Take anybody's advice with a grain of salt, okay? If you are having a good time doing what you're doing, keep doing it, because that's what it's all about. It's all about you, your personal growth with the hobby and everything else. So if you're having a good time, good for you. Keep it up. All right, 3 or 4 topics. I don't know well if I'm going to go into the fourth one or not. But the first topic is actually a technique that I refer to as the 2-finger technique, and this is for when your pipe is on its way out, when the ember is small and you can feel that you're not getting a lot of smoke out of your pipe or anything like that, when the bowl's about to die out, even though there's a lot of tobacco still left in there. Instead of tamping and relighting, which a lot of people do automatically or right away, I found that this technique works really, really well. And I don't know where I picked it up. I see people do it all the time. I don't know where they picked it up. It's just something that just happens or whatever. But when your pipe is about to die out, what you can do is cover the bowl with I usually use 2 fingers, and people use different techniques. This is why I call it the 2-finger technique, though. And I don't cover it all the way. I leave a little air hole, a little gap in there between those 2 fingers. And I don't know exactly why this works. I'm not a scientist, for God's sakes, but it works. But you can just take some draws in, maybe tap. And what that does is it spreads the ember out. Now, I don't know if it's because you're starving the bowl of oxygen that the ember spreads out, or if it's because you're restricting the air and making it more of a turbo jet of air shooting in there, helps it spread out. I don't know. It works, though. So the next time your pipe's about to go out, don't automatically grab for your lighter. Just sit there calmly, give it a little 2 fingers on the top. A little tap in there, you get that thing rock and rolling. I actually got that way too hot. A little furnace in there right now. But that's a technique that works. It works real well to get that ember going again. All right. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk to you about is this little evil bastard, the tamper. I think that a lot of new pipe smokers, including myself when I started, we tamp too much, man. We just get fidgety with it. We're like tamp, 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 smoke, tamp, 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 smoke all the time. And what happens is when you do that, you're compacting the tobacco, compacting the ash, and that last quarter of your bowl down here, if you're tamping the hell out of this thing all the time, that last quarter of your bowl is just so compact. It creates problems. You're going to have a bad day. pipe won't stay lit. It might create a moist, wet environment, which can create tongue bite from steam and everything else. It's not going to be a good day that last half the quarter of your bowl if you're just tamping the hell out of it. Personally, what I do is if my pipe's about to go out, okay, or if I feel that I'm not getting as much smoke out of the pipe as I was before, I do my two finger, one finger technique, whatever you want to call it there. Just do that little dance on the top, see if I can get that ember to spread. If that doesn't work, I lightly tamp. And all you want to do is take that top ember, that ash layer with the ember below it, and lightly press it down to see if you can get that ember into a position on fresh tobacco to burn. That's basically what you're doing. You're trying to tuck that ember in. Jason Dagner actually has a great video when it talks about lighting your pipe and tamping a pipe. And he's like, you create this cookie on the top, and all you want to do is just keep slowly making sure that cookie gets pressed down so it's on top of the tobacco, and that's how you burn it down. And I think that's such great advice, if you're tamping all the time, if you're just sitting there for no reason, if your bowl is smoking good and you're getting, you're like a friggin' freight train just puffing away on that thing looking great, there's no reason to go messing with it. There's no reason to go tamping. Just let it be. Let it be. Let the pipe be. Probably slow the hell down if you're puffing like a freight train, but but let it be, okay? You don't need there's a gargle. It's horrible. You don't need to be pressing that tobacco down. You don't need to be crushing that shit in there all the time, because all you're doing is compacting that lower level, and it's going to make it for a bad second half of the bowl, bottom half of the bowl, quarter half of the bowl, okay? So sparingly tamp when it is needed, not because you ain't got nothing better to do. Get a little fidget toy, a little ball bearing fidget toy, and spin that around if you need to keep your hands occupied instead of tamping, okay? So that's topic 2. So topic 1 was the 2-finger technique. Topic 2 was your tamping there. Topic 3 also, I guess, concerns lighting. We'll talk about. I don't know. This is one I might not have talked about, but I guess I will. These little bastards, matches. Okay. If you want to try to light pipe and matches, go ahead. Like, you're not required to. I think there's a lot of us nowadays on YouTube not using matches. It's become less of a snobbery type thing. People used to frown at you and scoff at you if you used a Zippo. Oh, how could you do it? It tastes horrible, blah, 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 whatever. Zippo, Bix, whatever. If you want to use matches, you want to play around with matches, go ahead and do it. Remember, a Bic is always going to be quicker, okay? Flicking a Bic is always going to be faster than messing with matches. The one technique I will tell you when it comes to matches is when you light them. When you go to light them, it's a little windy out here, I know it's going to work. Light it and then put it down at an angle so the wood catches, okay? Let the sulfur run off and make sure the wood is burning before you hit your pipe with it. If that wood's not burning, you're not gonna, if you're holding it straight up, the flame is not gonna travel down as easy. You want to have it at a slight downward angle, so the ignition source will actually go upward and catch that wood, and then you can go and light from there. Okay, so play around with matches. Don't feel like you need to have matches, though. It's not, like I said, I think we've grown past that as a society. A Bic will always be quicker. A Zippo will always kick matches ass in the fall when the wind is coming, okay? The last topic we'll talk about because I'm rolling up on 10 minutes here. I didn't want to make this that long, but it is what it is. Drying your tobacco. I think it is one of the most important things, and probably, again, one of the items that folks that are new to pipe smoking have some of the most trouble with. If your pipe is not staying lit, okay, and this drove me nuts at first. My pipe wouldn't stay lit. I was relighting all the time. What am I doing? My technique is wrong. My breathing, my packing, my blah, blah, blah. You get crazy about it, right? At the end of the day, it might not be your technique at all. It might be the fact that your tobacco is not the proper moisture to be smoking, okay? When you get ready to smoke your pipe, take your tobacco out, put it in a dish somewhere. Have whatever you do. Have, like, again, it's part of the prep. I have a little ceramic dish, or I have a tray, a Trogs brewery beer tray that I use, and you put the tobacco on there and just let it sit until it gets to the moisture level that you want. Excuse me, that you want it to be. Like, this Mississippi River comes out of the can, in my can at least, was very, very moist. So this morning, I dumped a portion out onto my little dish that I have, and I let it dry out, and I had my first bowl this morning with it, and it was good. But this bowl was packed with the same damn tobacco that's been sitting there drying for the rest of the day, and you can feel the difference in the moisture level. And I don't think I think I waited long enough this morning where I didn't have any big issues with it staying lit or anything like that. But this afternoon, it's even easier. It's even better. Got rid of my gargle. I had that little gargle, and it's probably from having this in my mouth. It's a short stem. I have a tendency to drool into it. But it's so important that you guys dry your tobaccos out. You can beat yourself up and try every technique under the sun to keep your pipe lit. But if your tobacco is too damn wet, it ain't going to stay well lit. It's also going to create problems possibly with tongue bite because you got steam coming through and everything else, especially a short little pipe like that. You can have issues with tongue bite with steam coming through and whatnot. So it is important to dry your tobacco properly. What I would recommend to you as an experiment is put a couple bowls out in a dish, okay? A couple bowls worth of tobacco in a dish. When you think it's right, go and pack that bowl, smoke it. Leave the rest there. Leave the rest in the dish. Come back later that day. Pack that into a bowl. See the difference, okay? It should be drier at that point. See the difference. Is it too dry? Is it burning super hot and fast? Then it's too dry. Is it just right? Was it moist the first time that you tried it? So you can experiment with it throughout the day, letting your tobacco dry more and more, and that sort of thing. And you'll get a hang of it. You'll get a touch of it. That sort of thing. Just be patient with it. That's the biggest thing. And I think that's why a lot of new pipe smokers have problems with it. Being patient. Like, I just want to smoke. You got to think beforehand. All right. I get up in the morning. For me, like, I get in the morning if I want to have a morning pipe after I get my kids off to school. I'll take the tobacco out, depending on the tobacco. If it is a real moist tobacco, I'll put it out. Like, I'll come downstairs in the morning, put it out to dry, deal with my kids, get my one daughter, drive her to school, the other daughter off to the bus and everything else. And then I'll be ready to come back and a couple hours, have that tobacco now because it's been drying properly. If it is a blend that is already dry, like a Old Limey Bastard is a little bit on the dry. Shandy Gaff is super dry, that sort of thing. From the ones that I've got, at least, those you can like take and smoke instantly. You don't have to let them dry. Sometimes you need to rehydrate them a little bit, that sort of thing. All right, I've rambled on too much. Hopefully this advice was something that you guys can use. Again, remember, if you're having a good time, if you're relaxed, if you're enjoying yourself, you're doing it right. It doesn't matter what this idiot says. It doesn't matter what any of the other idiots say. Enjoy yourself. It's pipe smoking. It's a great hobby. Don't forget, pack a bowl, light it up, burn it down, relax, enjoy. See you guys online next time.